Many thanks to the Scotch Group. It has been a prestigious institution which has been in the space of acknowledging and analyzing and studying the various best practices across the country. As Sameerji has put it, all the way from the grassroots level to the state and also the national government level. They have been studying and they have been actually analyzing very objectively, I must say, in fact, in recognizing good work that's happening across the country. And as Sameerji has also put it, there's the left, there's the right and the center on the stage. I'm delighted to be called the center, in fact, because in today's world where polarization is rampant, I think it's important to stay middle of the course and middle of the ground to make sure that the larger interest of the nation is met with. In fact, one of the things I'd like to propose to Sameerji is, while there is a lot of good work happening across the country, and while there are platforms like the Scotch Group which bring us together once in a while, I think it's important for the national government, and when Mr. Alphonse Thomas is here, I think you should mention it to him, that it's important for the union government to actually take a view of the good work that's happening across the country. And as one country, as Prime Minister keeps calling it Team India, as Prime Minister keeps referring to us as one country, one team, and the cooperative federalism that keeps getting mentioned every so often. Instead of, not instead of, but in fact, along with private groups like Scotch doing their bit in terms of bringing the good work that's happening across the country together, I think it's important for Government of India also to start looking at best practices across the country, trying to bring about a cohesion, trying to bring about a sense of purpose to all the governments, to all the good work that is happening across the country as well. Simultaneously, I would also like to mention that the new state of Telangana, which was born about 3 years ago, has just begun its journey. We have just started our journey. Our potential is not tapped yet. In fact, our Honorable Chief Minister, who comes from the grassroots, is a man who believes that Telangana should, in fact, be a trendsetter and be a role model for the rest of the country as well. We've started numerous initiatives. Information technology is a great leveler. Information technology is a great platform to bridge that divide between the rich and the poor and the digitally have-nots and the haves. But at the same time, there's a long way to go in terms of even meeting the basic amenities in our country. So we've started a number of projects. In fact, one of the largest projects that we've started is called Mission Bhagiratha, which envisions providing a tapped water connection to 10 million homes in Telangana. We're laying nearly 150,000 kilometers of pipeline, and the cohesion, the synergy I talked about just now between various states in India, it also needs to happen even at the state level within various departments. One of the classic examples of how we've synergized, how we've done well in Telangana is when we conceived this project where we were laying 150,000 kilometers of pipeline, we also decided to lay the fiber optic cable along the side of the water pipeline. And today, in fact, in the next 6 months, I'm proud to share with you, Telangana will not only be the first state in the country to be giving a portable drinking water connection to each and every house, we'll also be the first state in the country to be giving a broadband internet connection to each and every house. So this sort of synergizing, this sort of planning, this sort of cohesion, and not operating in silos, not operating independently of each other, and trying to reinvent the wheel every so often, that needs to come across the entire country as well. If there are learnings from Rajasthan, we should go and pick up some lessons from Rajasthan. If there are learnings from Kerala, we should go and learn from Kerala. There are best practices elsewhere in West Bengal. In fact, Sameerji has given us an opportunity to visit the wonderful exhibition that has been set up here as well. I went to a number of stalls. I went to the MP stall where they've integrated about 61 towns and they're setting up a command control center in each and every one of the towns to make our towns smarter. I visited a stall which belongs to the West Bengal government. I visited stalls belonging to the Uttar Pradesh government. Point I'm trying to make is there are learnings everywhere. And our Chief Minister, Sri K. Chandrasekhar Rao, he believes in one thing very strongly. He keeps reminding us, no Chief Minister, no Prime Minister, no individual for that matter, no minister or no individual for that matter is a repository of wisdom. We only have a very small time to effect changes in our lifetime. As a politician, I get 5 years to make a change. Obviously, as you know, the first year goes in settling in. The last year goes in fighting an election or preparing to fight another election. So effectively, you have 3 years to effect a change on to bring about a positive impact on people. So if you go about trying to reinvent the wheel, if you go about trying to redefine everything, you'll not be able to accomplish much. Therefore, it becomes important to learn from each other. Therefore, it becomes important for us to pick up lessons from each other. For example, the T-Fiber project that I just mentioned, an end-to-end solution which is an extension of BharatNet, is going to be a game changer in e-commerce, health and education, the last mile that is missing in a developing country like India. Likewise, I'm sure there are many, many other examples in many other states which we need to pick up from. So I compliment Sameerji and his entire team on bringing us together, on giving us an opportunity to learn from each other, on giving us an opportunity to interact with each other, and many, many congratulations on the 49th session. And I do hope and believe that the 50th will be a big and a huge year for you and the Scotch Group. Many, many congratulations to all the other winners as well. Thank you very much for this opportunity and thank you.